the most respectful of us? Probably Isaiah.
It's definitely Caleb. I think Caleb should definitely
Thank you, guys.
about a young actress.
I really appreciate this mantle of responsibility. I really love that.
Halo.
I can take it if you don't want to scare away new listeners that quick.
Let's let Isaiah. I think as a group we've decided that Isaiah would be the best to intro us into this horrible situation.
I know it's a joke. You don't actually find violence that funny or anything like that. It's a joke, but don't you agree that Isaiah is probably the most respectful out of all three of us?
In my mind, Isaiah is always wearing a suit and tie, and he's incredibly respectful.
Helping the needy.
He's exactly. He's helping the needy, and he's there when you need him, literally.
That's very convenient of you to gas me up right before I save you from reading this intro. So.
See, that's how kind he is. That's how needlessly selfless he is.
Gas me up, more like just being honest, my friend.
Just for that, I should make you read it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna, because a new reader coming or a new listener coming to this does not need introduced to you laughing hysterically about Elizabeth Short.
Yeah, no, that would be very bad. That would be very bad. And I don't, it is a joke too. It's just because it's uncomfortable is why I don't think it's funny.
Caleb laughs in awkward situations. So if something bad happens, he starts laughing.
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Which is very off-putting if you don't know him.
It's so
weird.
weird.
If you just come in completely blind in this laughter at Elizabeth Short's murder,
so
I could see how that would be like, what the fuck? What have I stepped into?
Remember how funny I thought it was when Mudahar almost died in that car crash?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking of. No one knows about that yet.
I know, that's secret. That's secret.
It's secret, but there was an event that happened with all of us where Muda was injured, we'll say, in a vehicle, and everyone's freaking out. And I don't see Caleb, but I hear him getting closer to the car going, yeah,
I'm laughing.
And I turn around, he's like, whoa, Muda, whoa.
And also
so making
sure, checking his pupils, making sure he was good.
Yep.
I was getting, he got the wind knocked out of him. It looked like he was dying, but he got the wind knocked out of him. That was my official
I feel like
diagnosis.
if I was in one of those situations and the guy who was like helping me out of the situation, like you were helping Muta out of the situation, if they were like laughing in my face as they were helping me out of that situation, it would honestly probably make me feel better. It would calm me down probably.
It wasn't like, you dumbass. It was like, all right, I'm trying to keep it light. Everybody's freaking out. Tom literally ran away and was like, somebody, we need to call 911, the ambulance. We need to get an ambulance. Like a child.
Turkey Tom was trying to call the police.
And I was like, bro, this is not that big of a deal.
And the worst part was Chris was there. And all I remember is Chris is like, ow, my head. And I didn't see her for the rest of the day. So I thought she died.
Yeah, I still haven't seen her since.
What happened?
She hit her head. There was like a bump in the car. And dude, even in my car, Brandon almost knocked himself out. But he's a fucking goober. So he didn't care. Anyways.
Bump is a light term. I jumped a car.
Yeah, it was a mountain.
With a bunch of people in it.
In a trailblazer.
And no one was buckled in.
Yeah.
So I just launched everyone through the car. Her father built miniature golf courses around Massachusetts until the stock market crashed in 1929, where he lost almost all of his savings. I'm laughing because in my head, I'm like, this is when Caleb would start laughing.
Miniature golf courses, yeah.
The tables have turned.
I mean, he didn't...
No, what made me laugh was that he lost all of his savings. That's the part I was like, Caleb would laugh at.
Yeah.
That's a Caleb laugh point.
That is pretty funny.
Miniature golf courses were not in demand during the Great Depression. That's
writing.
a funny line.
Yeah.
That's a good, that's just good fun. Good old Christian
What
fun.
a depressing time. No wonder it was called the Great Depression.
No one liked golf courses. All the broke golf course, like mini golf course owners, just like crying on the.
Yeah, dude. I think it's impossible to be unhappy at a miniature golf course. They're just too fun.
That's how I feel about massage
my wife
chairs.
would disagree. My wife got disagreed. One time she was having an awful day. She like felt sick. She was overstimulated. and my parents were like, let's go mini golfing in like downtown Gatlinburg. And she was like miserable. And it was so funny because I was trying to be like, no, come on. Like Caleb had a car wreck. Like, no, come on, guys. This is fun. Ha ha. And she was just
Caleb
staring at me.
That's great.
Overcome
so
with the
sad.
stress, Cleo decided to abandon his family. In
As you
1930s,
do.
as one would. As any
Like
good
that
one
happened
would.
like 9 out of 10 times in the 30s and 40s. I feel whenever something bad happened, the guy just up and leaves.
That lung surgery back then was like just cutting you open, you and like slapping it a couple times. Like that probably
Yeah.
got it out.
This will get it working. Yeah,
That'll work. Like rip starting it.
Getting surgery in the 1930s, that kind of level of invasive surgery, kind of shows how serious the issues she had were, where that was necessary, because the surgery back then was not
and then like the next
safe as it
room
was now.
over, someone's getting an ice pick shoved into their brain because they're like,
Yeah.
well, this will make her be less mean to her husband.
Yeah.
Why does she care so much about him cheating on her all the time?
Maybe now she'll stop burning the casserole.
Maybe now he won't have to beat her so much.
That poor guy.
Man, I love God in my country.
Yeah, so
Societally facilitated.
Back in the
Spousal
1900s.
abuse.
it's pretty confronting to hear about all these stories and realize like what women went through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now
And
they
I'm
have
no
nothing to
feminist.
complain about. Am I right? Yeah.
And I'm no
hell yeah,
feminist.
brother. There you go. Yeah. Get that out of here. By
Both
God.
Isaiah and I had to ruin it
Oh,
at the same time.
Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list.
And the Statue of Liberty.
Liberty started shaking a fist, and the eagle will fly. There we go. We had to get that in.
Sorry.
All right, I feel
Sorry,
better
Jackson.
now. I had to. We can't let
I'm
Jackson
fine.
be like. We can't let him be like earnest for 2 seconds. We
That
have
was
to
cathartic.
step on it.
You have to
It-
undercut.
I feel better now.
it.
I had such a strong urge to laugh for quite a while, and now I'm just glad to get it out.
Well, she definitely had a type. She definitely enjoyed, armed forces men, military men.
Yeah,
Heroes.
I mean that was like the majority of
Not heroes.
I
They were
think.
mostly abusive, Caleb. Bad men.
Yeah.
Well,
True.
I mean, not the military as a whole.
You
just
heard it
these
first. Jackson
particular
Clark
ones.
says
No!
on the record, all
No!
American soldiers are abusive, bad
We'll put a
men.
boot in your ass. It's the
Just
American
these
way.
two.
American way.
Just the ones in the
story. Yeah, but no,
I don't know.
yeah, you should get checked over that. Everyone, his home address is 548
You're gonna send the
Australia
military
Boulevard.
to me.
548 Australia Boulevard.
They'll find him.
How
That'll
did we
be
get so
enough.
close?
Just you know
one
what? The whole
giant road over
country,
here.
just take it out. Just-
And her torturer had carved a Glasgow smile into her face. This is where someone cuts from the corner of the mouth to the ear to create a smile on either side of the mouth. Kind of like the Joker, right? Not to relate everything to fucking pop culture, but yeah, that's just the most obvious connection. 100 million fingerprints in the 40s and 30s? I thought that was like a later kind of thing. Fingerprints. That's a lot of fingerprints.
kind of like the Joker.
Shut up.
That
was a good one.
almost sent me. It took everything to keep it together when you said that. Just in the middle of this brutal description, kind of
It's
like
kind
the
of like
Joker.
the Joker.
Kind of like
Well,
the
who
Joker.
else has a Glasgow smile? Give me like
Insert
what's
pop
the easiest
culture
way?
reference.
Oh, good.
It's almost like he's still here with us. I can still hear his voice.
Who's still here with us? We don't
I
talk
don't know
about
what you're
ghosts.
talking about. You should keep reading.